Hello, my name is Seth, and I'm a software engineer who got into programming because of video games. I'm probably not the first guy to say that. I don't think that's an uncommon origin story at all, but it is one that I'm proud of. When I was a kid, me and my older brother used to make video games together. We used to download open source video games like Super Tux Kart, and we would pick them apart and mod them and make new game modes and stuff like that. And that just opened up my mind to how fun programming is and how fun it is to make a video game. So soon we started making our own video games, our own original ideas, and we made a lot of PvP stuff. We would play against each other. We would make games to play with our younger brothers, and I am going to be honest with you, I, as the maker of the game, would often make parts of the game easier for myself, or like add hidden abilities for myself so my little brothers didn't have a chance, and that's on me. But long story short, started making video games as a kid, got into software, programming, engineering, and now that's my full-time job. But I still like making video games, and I've actually continued to do that on and off as a hobby for a few years now. So I don't have the oldest of my game files, but I do have some that I would love to walk you through. I feel like the project that I've made in the past few years that I am the most proud of has got to be Dorito, which is a goofy name. I understand that. That was the point. But I actually made this game right after completing Dark Souls for the first time. I was in university. I was high off of the FromSoft experience. Anybody who's played Dark Souls and finished it knows how satisfying it is to play something really difficult but complete it. You get such a sense of accomplishment. And I was so proud of that. I had such a fun time. I wanted to kind of recreate that myself. So that's what Dorito is. This game is honestly pretty great. I'm still proud of it to this day. It's a simple art style. I'm not much of a digital artist. I have done photography, but yeah, I'm not great at making digital art. But it's got 30 levels, and 10 levels basically of each biome, 3 different biomes, and then at the end of every biome, you fight the boss for that area, if you will. So there's this big old slime for the first 10 levels. There's this giant skeleton, which I'm really proud of for the second set of levels. And then the final boss is a ice dragon, which has this crazy second stage and is very, very difficult. I actually downloaded this game for the first time in a few years, maybe like a month or two ago. And it took me like a couple hours to beat. I had gotten a lot worse, but it is a difficult game for sure. But really proud of it. I like that I was able to start it and finish it, which is kind of hard, because a lot of the other games I'm about to show you are all projects that I started but never really went anywhere with. Next up, let's talk about Gravity Platformer. Yeah, this is proof of concept. It's a cool idea. Basically, the player and everything else in the world, you only have one thing that you can control, and that's the direction of the gravity. You can make the gravity go up, down, left, or right, and your changes to gravity affect all the other enemies in the area. So here's a little proof of concept. You can see me playing through it. Kind of tricky. It's kind of a puzzle game and a reaction-based game, and if you're actually really good with it, you can make your character float in the middle between platforms and whatnot, almost like Flappy Bird. Kind of hard. Like all my games, you'll notice a pattern here. I'm not one for casual games. I tend to make pretty difficult ones, but kind of fun. Never really went anywhere, just made this one level, but cool idea nonetheless. Kind of a similar idea is this bait and switch title. This one I have very little info on, but effectively the idea was a PvP game, but you both have access to one button, and that one button will swap your character's location. So like the idea is get yourself in a dangerous situation, like you're about to die, your character's about to die, and then swap at the last second before your buddy has a chance to react, and by swapping your opponent into your place, and putting them in danger, you know, maybe you'll win the round. Cool idea, didn't really go anywhere. So another proof of concept would be this helicopter game, which is, let me just tell you, I went through a lot of work to get this footage. It is so hard to control these guys yourself. To control two of them at the same time is very difficult. But this one, it was kind of fun to mess around with. I can actually see myself building this out a little bit. This would make a really easy like mobile game, or maybe like a couch PvP game. If you had like a lot of players, I can see this still being fun. The art, you know, you're gonna notice a pattern here. I am not much of an artist. The art was made in paint, and you know, I'm proud of it a little bit, but it definitely is lacking. But yeah, the idea here is kind of Flappy Bird controls. You tap up on your controller or on the keyboard, and it makes your helicopter fly, kind of like Flappy Bird, and then you have missiles, bombs, and you can just shoot, take each other out. There's a little bit of terrain deformation too, which is quite impressive. Let's see, Laser Dash. This title is a little confusing because what you're going to see in front of you are horses. Yeah. Proof of concept, again. The idea here being you have 3 controls. You just kind of tap forward in order to scoot your horse forward, and then you can rotate left and right. And this one I actually set it up on one keyboard for 3 players, which is fun, but you want to hit other players and you don't want to be hit by them. It's got colorful streaks going behind it. It's kind of a cool art style. I think it could be made into a very short game maybe, but mostly just fun to play around with. Yeah, so maybe the next one is Dash Fighters, or I think that's the name associated with this one. This one, I don't know if you've ever played any of those like old Tron-inspired like motorcycle games where it was reaction-based and you left a trail behind you and you're trying to get your buddies to crash into the trail behind your bike. This is heavily inspired by that. Never really developed beyond what you're looking at in front of you, but the idea is pretty fun. You're trying to get your opponent to wreck into the wall that you're leaving behind you and not do that yourself. I thought about making an RPG. That's about as much as you can say about what you're looking at in front of you right now. Made some very basic art, made some very basic combat mechanics. You can see it's like a magic spell this guy can cast, and he's got a companion following behind him, and there are enemies dropping loot. This would be a really fun game to build out, but from everything I understand about game development, an RPG is like not the game you want to start out with. It's just a lot of work. So this is very much just kind of an experiment, and I had a really fun time with it, but I don't think I have the ability to make this realistically. The scope for a game like an RPG is just really, really big, and so that'll have to be a later project. Alright, so now we are looking at, it's called Back Again, but this is honestly the closest, most recent iteration of a series of games I would call Altitude Paintball. Now, my brother and I actually started making the Altitude Paintball series when we were both kids, and the one you're looking at right now is not that original. This is a more recent version that I kind of threw together. And this more recent one, it's alright. You'll see there's an upgrade system, which is fun. There's like some very basic particle systems. It is not that fancy. It certainly doesn't look great, but it was mostly a kind of an attempt at a reboot, an attempt at trying to update this game with what I knew about graphics at the time. And looking back on it, you know, I'm glad I put it together, but there were some bugs I just never really got rid of, and some bugs I really couldn't figure out. So I ended up leaving it, never uploaded it anywhere, and the state you see it in, that's where we're going to leave it for now. Okay, the last game, this one's epic. It's called Tommy Toad. I am going to be honest, I have no idea where this game came from. It has no functionality. It's pretty intense though. You can see some Big Mac trucks coming by. I don't even know if I made this. I think I did, because it's on my computer, but maybe this was like a demo I downloaded, but I figured, what the heck, you know, if I made it, I might as well show it off. So here it is, Tommy Toad. There is no functionality whatsoever to this game besides being able to move your frog around. But yeah, Tommy Toad. Alright, so something that's been true for all the video games I've shown to you so far is that they were all made in Game Maker Studio. Now, Game Maker Studio really is an amazing software. It's been great the whole time I've used it, and I've been using it for 10 years or more. I had a lot of fun with it. It's very powerful. It's only grown better, if you ask me, but it has the limitation of only being able to release to Windows, and it's just not... It's just missing that, you know, that like sauce. It's missing the sauce. So what I have wanted to do for several years now is actually learn Godot, and that's what I'm going to try and do with this next project, and that's a segue to the next project. So the project I'm working on right now is hopefully the final iteration of Altitude Paintball. That's the series that I mentioned earlier. We first made these when I was a kid with my brother. I made another iteration in college kind of as an experiment, as an assignment, and now having graduated college and moving game making to the hobby space for me, I want to make a polished, good-looking final version of Altitude Paintball. I want to kind of seal the series off, you know, I want to finish it well. So what I've decided to do is to learn Godot by making Altitude Paintball in the final iteration of Altitude Paintball. So here's what I've got so far. It's not fancy. I'm going to try and show you some of the code I've got as well as what that code is doing right now. At its current state, I have a level and 2 character controllers. You can shoot, you can jump, you can wall jump. There is a main menu. It's pretty fancy. It's got a title there, which I'm, you know, still using Paint, so maybe I'll upgrade one day. Not yet. But you know, this is all, I'm trying to get the functionality down before I worry about the art. So functionality wise, shooting, registering hits, movement, those things are starting to get ironed out. Not exactly sure what the next thing I'll work on, but it will likely be level loading and improvement on user interface. This will be the first game that I make with controller support, which is kind of fun. And yeah, hopefully up to 4 players. The long-term goal is to make this into a couch co-op game or a couch PvP game. That'll be really fun. But yeah, I'm gonna make a page for this upcoming game, and it's gonna be on Game Jolt. Hopefully I can be showing you that on screen right now. I'm also, Lord willing, going to be putting this up on itch, and I will also be showing you that page pretty soon. It'll either be in this video or linked below. And my goal is to keep this YouTube channel updated with the development progress of this new game. So if you are interested in following this project, if you're interested in following me, then subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit me up on Game Jolt, and hit me up on itch. I'm going to try and link all of those below. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. If you did, leave a like. That would mean a lot. But hope you have a great day. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.